Okay guys, it's been about a year since my last video blog, and I wrote a blog quite a while ago on MySpace called Nerds, There Are Many Levels, and someone asked me to turn it into a video blog, so here it is. I've often in my lifetime been called a nerd, and I take it as a huge, resounding compliment because most people go through their lives just doing what society considers normal, and they miss out on the eccentric fun that is these 10 groups as far as I'm concerned, and there's some fun people in these groups. I've also been asked if a nerd is a nerd is a nerd. No. And not only no, hell no. That would be like saying a jock is a jock. And you can't argue that a famous swimmer or professional swimmer gets the notoriety or fame that a professional basketball player does. Nerds are the same way. They are not created equal Bill Gates, okay? Seriously, there's a hierarchy. And if you're part of the nerd herd, you would understand this. So I'm going to give you guys my top 10 going from my least geeky friends to those I wouldn't claim if they were on fire, okay? So number 10 is the History, Discovery, and Sci-Fi Channel nerds, and that includes people who watch Mythbusters. Don't think you're getting out of this. I swear to you, you people only watch these shows so that you can sound smart when Jeopardy comes on or win a game of Trivial Pursuit. Big freaking wow to you. Great job. Number 9, Star Dorks and Monty Python gurus. Let me just tell you, you guys annoy the crap out of everyone around you. First, you dupe everyone into watching one of these shows just so that you can sit slightly to the left and mouth every single word to the entire film just to prove that you can. Let me just tell you, no one gives a that you know that the odds of surviving the asteroid belt, according to C-3PO, if Han Solo is flying the Millennium Falcon, are 3,720 to 1. Nobody cares. And if you don't believe that those are the odds, look them up. Okay? Number 8. I guarantee you this is 90% of you watching. WoW players. All I have to say to that is, wow. Why don't you guys get outside and actually take a walk? And maybe that way the bed sores won't completely consume your entire body for not moving for 5 years. Okay? I'm sure the girl at the bar is going to be wildly impressed with your 30th level necromancer. I mean, I know I am. Yeah. Seriously though? If you really are a 30th level necromancer, my email is right below. Just feel free to call me, drop me a line. Love you, necromancers. Number 7. Oh, this is just one of those where you feel sad for these people. These are the D&D and Magic the Gathering teens. Now, a lot of the nerd girls, especially the nerd girls that are starting out, fall into this category. So you wonder why you're not going to the prom this year? Really? Ugh. If you paid as much attention to putting on your eyeshadow as you did learning how to get a better armor class, you might get what we call in the real world a date. And don't laugh, guys. You're no better. Just because you have a set of dice made out of pure jade, I don't care what it's made out of. No set of dice are a good replacement or a good match for a real set of. So why don't you throw out the dice, go out into the real world, and get a set of these to roll around. Just throwing that out there. Real life girls can't be replaced. Number 6, Rennies. Yeah. Rennies. You guys are out there. I have to tell you, there's no ship. I mean, hell, there's not a river, stream, or ocean within miles of most of you. At least I'm in Utah where we have the Great Salt Lake, and at least I can sort of pretend that I'm a real pirate. But for the rest of you, how did you get into port? And quite frankly, you're about 150, 200 years off of the right era. You're not even dressed correctly. And barbarians, quit laughing because you're no better. By that time, you guys had already racked and pillaged and sacked towns for centuries. So you're a little too late. Pirates, you're a little too early. So, yeah. all I can say for you is at least your costumes are great. And just FYI, for you people in layman terms, don't call their garb costumes. They will literally turn your insides out, and I mean your eyeballs, and then stab you. Because, yeah, it's garb. But I do have to say, at least you people can dress, which is more than I can say for most of the geeks on this list. Let's move along. Number 5, and maybe you guys can help me with this, because I just don't understand it at all. The Civil War reenactor people. I don't get you at all. I have 4 words for you. The war is over. I was going to say bye after it, but that would be 5 words. Number 4, the haunted house crew / crowd. You guys are like a bad parking lot crew from high school. I put you guys at number 4, and most people won't really get this unless you've been to an after party for the haunted house. If you haven't, then I highly recommend that you go, because you just don't understand until you see it firsthand. Number 3, oh my God. I'm going to get questions about this, so if you don't understand what this is, please someone down below leave a little note and tell everyone what LARPing is, because LARPers, you're 3rd on my list. I mean, really, try explaining in a small town when you go into a store for provisions for the weekend why you're dressed in a white robe head to toe with a hood with flames on the back of it. I wasn't sure if we were going to get kicked out of the grocery store or if we were going to have a line of people that wanted to sign up for the club. Scary. And just because you throw on black sweatpants and a tabard and run around the woods in the middle of the night moaning does not make you Gorath, sorcerer of darkness. I'm sorry, you're an NPC. You could die and no one cares. Yeah, the only thing worse than all that is if you've actually been injured at a LARP. If you have, you need to take a serious look at your life, because these are the dudes that got beat up in high school and they just kicked your ass. Number 2, again, a group I just cannot identify with, so please feel free to correct me or give me some insight to the world of Trekkies. To me, this is a waste of flesh. I don't get it. Why do these people dress up in their Starfleet uniforms, run around the city, trying to explain to the Earthlings the ideals of Rod and What's-His-Face? Don't get PO'd. I know he passed away, but at least his ashes are in space. Yeah, I don't get it. I have a sign for you, lovely Trekkies, and it's not from Vulcan. It's from Earth, okay? Yeah, bye. I'm over you. Number 1, here it is, cream of the crop of the nerds. And really, these guys are the most delusional and the scariest of all nerds. Now, I'm warning you, if you don't know what this is, I highly recommend that you possess 2 important things before you look it up. Number 1, a strong stomach, and number 2, eyes of steel. If you Google this, I don't know what kind of choice websites are going to come up, so I am just clearing my name right now. If you Google it, your problem. The Cos and Cross players, and more specifically the Cross players. And the reason that I say these guys are the most out of touch with reality and the most delusional is the preceding 9 groups wouldn't even let them come out and play. So, yeah, stick that in your pipe and smoke it. That's my top 10 nerds. I'm sure I've missed a lot of groups, so please feel free to add any groups below that I've missed. Nice to be back, and you guys can start asking some questions. I have enough time to do one more blog, so peace out.